But as soon as you got a touchdown in Frisco, it was off.
That's so cool.
That's real talk.
Damn.
That's real talk.
Now, go ahead. I mean, someone brought up Bataram, and you interviewed Toddy T not too long ago. They recorded that song "Just Say No" in your studio, and did you know that? I mean, I know you knew that, but it seemed like you were surprised when he told you that.
You know what?
You've had so many people.
You see, I wouldn't always be here. I'd be out doing other stuff. So Dre ran the studio. I didn't sit here all day long and watch every record get made. I had to sell records. I was getting records made. I was getting labels made. I was at the pressing plant. I was doing the work that had to be done. You know, there was nobody else to do it. I was writing the checks anyway. I was writing the checks, so I had to go. I had to figure out, you know, I didn't give nobody my checkbook to go spend my money. Sometimes you had to do some negotiating. So, no. So some things got past me, man. And like Toddy T told me, man, we did this song here, we did that song there. I'm like, damn, dude, I didn't know. You wasn't there.
Dang. That's crazy, man. There's so much stuff that was probably recorded in your spot, and you literally didn't even know about it.
You know, I've had so many. My documentary is coming along very well, man. It's coming along real well, and I listened to people talk about my house and what we did at that time. And again, because I couldn't be in two places at one time. Did you really? Yeah, Lonzo, we was in the studio, didn't pay for nothing. Did you? My money. Okay. You know, it was a different time, man. It was a different time, dude. You know, and I enjoy sitting here reminiscing with it, man, because I'm glad to see I got an audience that can appreciate the legacy and the history of what happened and how we got to where they are. They're not so concerned. They want to put it all together. They're not just concerned with the immediate situation. They understand that it was a road to get here, and they want to travel on that road. So I can't get mad about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you paved the way, man. You were chopping down trees, cutting down branches.
Fighting off mosquitoes, fighting off Native Americans, Native indigenous people. If I'm a pioneer, yes. I had to fight alligators and everything, Doc. So, and it really used to get on my nerve, man, when people let me back up. Some people, not all, some people try to insert themselves into the history at some point in time with bigger roles than what they really had. You know, and I'm like, huh? You know, dude, you know, I can't co-sign that because my credibility is everything. And sometimes when you listen to people talk, I don't remember nothing about it. And I can't say what everybody did or did not do, but I know who the big dogs was. Mm-hmm. I know the workers were. I know the people like Scotty D who was working, who was making things happen. My boy Doug Young who was making things happen. They didn't make records. They made records blow up. Okay? Doug Young, Scotty D, folks like that. They weren't in front of the microphone. They weren't in front of the camera. I think I had Scotty D on last week, and that's why I do my show, because I know these guys that made us shine that don't get no shine. These guys helped us to shine because they did so much behind the scenes to help everybody else shine, and most of the people kind of forgot about it. Okay, and I can't forget about it because I remember when we was always broke coming up. I can't forget about it. Yeah. My phone ringing over here. My phone is vibrating over here. PayPal's in the house, folks. Thank you again. Thank you. Cornelius Rice, much love, Doc. All three. There you go, darling. Handle that for me, please.
Gotcha. Dope. Yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and you guys are going to get some gems out of this book and out of this. I'm looking forward to the comic book personally. I know the story. You know, I'm going to read the book myself. I'll listen to the audiobook, to be honest, but I'm looking forward to the comic book.
The comic book is actually an underground bootleg, man. Thank you, Cornelius. I got your message right now. I'm actually taking care of you right now. And the comic book, it starts off with me, Dre, and Yella on the cover. World-class record crew. Okay? Got me looking like Eddie Mustard about the head, but I'll take that. Second page is a picture of Dre in his comic book. I mean, in his costume. I showed this book to Yella. He never saw it before. Okay, he didn't know it existed. It shows in the comic book right here. It talks about the Eve After Dark, and me as Disco Lonzo with my hats and lights on and carried on, doing my thing back in the day. The Wrecking Crew jacket. Me turning Easy and Dre down for coming to the door. And then shortly after that, it goes into Ice-T and some Uncle Jam Army stuff. But this right here is we the cover guys. And like I said before, this is a limited edition. Once these are gone, ain't no more. Once these are gone, ain't no more. Okay, they were bootlegged in the first place. I had to buy them from the printer, from the printer, and the guy who made them, his name is Ed Pechner. Ed's a very popular artist, and he did a whole. This belongs to a whole family of books. He did a whole series, one on East Coast. He got one with the Ghetto Boys in the front cover. He got some with some Midwest cats, and I think it's about let me see here. How many? I don't know what version this is, but here's the back of it. That's Bushwick Bill. As you all know, he passed a couple years ago. So this book is definitely collectible, and it's definitely something that I think people want to have. If you're a comic book collector, I think you definitely want to have a part of this right here. It even has an episode about Africa Bambaataa. Okay, so this is a serious situation, a serious collector's item, and yes, if you're a collector and you're a Wrecking Crew fan, you definitely want to have these items right here. The audio book will give you the verbal history. It gives you the verbal history. It looks just like the comic book. I mean, just like the paperback. It gives you the verbal history of the West Coast from my version, what I did. I can't speak for nobody else. I will not speak for nobody else. I only can speak for Lonzo, okay? And sometimes, man, you didn't do this. No, I did not. And I find myself, some of my detractors or some of my wannabe haters get mad because I don't speak on their contribution. I can't speak on your contribution. I don't know all your contribution, okay? That's why I created a platform so I can share my knowledge, share my history, share my information, and my contribution from my perspective. This whole situation was like a multi-track recorder. It might be 100 tracks for the same song. Same year, 1983, somebody else was doing something else. A few of my people have come on the podcast. One of my boys, Michel'le was Uncle Jam's Army, but he produced Run DMC, LL Cool J, Houdini. I don't know. I know about that. I can't speak on that. Okay, I know about it, but I can only speak on it to a certain limit, to a limited version, because all I know is he did it. What he did and the details, I can't help you with that. Okay. And I think everybody needs to share their stories because our stories are very important to the history of this game. When the movie Straight Outta Compton came out, people were upset because you missed Michel'le, you missed JJ Fad, you missed Above the Law, you missed Laylaw. Well, you know what? Everybody knows your role. You tell your story. Mm-hmm. You tell your story. Mm-hmm. Okay. Most people in the game at this stage in our lives, most of our kids are grown. So we may have some more disposable income to invest in a documentary. It don't cost a lot of money. Okay. Mm-hmm. It don't cost a lot of money to shoot a documentary. All right. People got cameras. I got cameras sitting around here all day long. Okay. Mm-hmm. It ain't got to be it would have to be Netflix quality. But I mean, if you just want to sit down and tell your part of the story, have some interviews and do what you got to do, it's you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. Everybody won't get a publish. Everybody won't get a documentary deal. Everybody won't get like everybody didn't get a record deal. Sometimes you got to put yourself on. If you want to get on, got to put yourself on.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Exactly.
Right. I just want to say you have a couple of questions. Celebrate Life Cerebral said, how much is your comic book?
Everything is $15. Comic book is $15 also.
All right. Rashard asked, are you going to do signed vinyls next?
I got some. I might just do that.
They could be used as like wall decorations and everything. It's kind of like the vintage aesthetic. I see it as a good move.
All right.
Rab said, I got the #1 Audible book, right?
Yeah, #1. Oh, I'm gonna put that on your book, Rab. You came in first.
All right.
And put it on my list right there. Make sure that Rab got #1. And Marlon got
Marlon got 2, yeah.
All right. Marlon?
Yeah, Marlon.
Got it.
Oh, thank you guys so much, man. That's so dope.
Marlon's information? Is Metagam's information?
I didn't get Marlon's information. If you can send it over, that'd be great.
Yeah, Marlon, if you can drop your information, did he pay through I think he paid through Cash App.
I don't think it was on there in cash.
Not Cash App, but he paid through PayPal.
Okay.
Who paid through PayPal?
PayPal was Cornelius.
Okay, I got Cornelius' information.
Yes.
Cornelius got #3.
All right. #3.
Okay.
Also, his email account is in the chat. So if you guys can scroll up, if you don't not sure if your information was received, be sure to send that over to lonzowms@gmail.com.